Hello.
Hi,
How has your day been so far?
the day is going on well.
Okay.
Yes,
All right. I had this question.
mm-hmm.
While dating,
Yes.
at what point should people disclose issues concerning finances?
Thank you very much for the question. And I look at dating in a form of an acronym. It is actually steps that we go through, and I look at it in this sense: interest, that is for the I; E for the expression of interest; then C, there are choices; then there is commitment; and finally covenant. So just to take us through the first letter, that is I, that is interest. When you are interested in this guy or in this lady. And the second step is expression. You probably approach this lady, and also ladies nowadays approach guys in different ways. Then the third step is you make a choice. There's a choice you make to walk with this person, the journey towards marriage. Then there is the next step, which is commitment. When you have made up your mind that this is the person that I want to do life with, and of course, finally, there is covenant. So back to the question on when you should discuss the matters of finances, it should be the stage of commitment, when you know very well that this person, there are issues we can discuss that are deeper, not just ordinary issues. You know, at the point of dating, when you begin, you are talking about general life issues. You could be talking about your career, you could be talking about politics, business, and interest, trying to learn this person, trying to understand this person. But once you have made a commitment to this person, then you can go deeper and discuss matters finances.
Okay.
Matters of finances are very sensitive in any form of relationship and should never be taken lightly. So it's very important to engage in those matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
My question, I feel like, should I, assuming I'm dating this guy, should I ask direct questions like, how much do you want? Because the point of discussing about finances, I want details.
Yeah.
Especially as a lady, I would want details.
Yeah.
Should I ask direct questions or should I ask leading questions? How should I approach that?
Yeah, so let's start it in this sense. First and foremost, I encourage men because I believe from the Bible, God has given us the responsibility. And even if you are in a relationship, remember the relationship, and I hope it will be leading towards marriage. So the point here is, as a leader, because God has given you that responsibility, some of these deep discussions should come from you. It will be easier when you initiate the discussions as a man, so that the lady can see, I'm getting married to a visionary man who wants us to engage matters to do with the financial literacy, matters to do with our future investments and financial management, the whole aspect of financial management. So as a man in the relationship, I encourage and challenge my younger brothers. We should be the example. We should initiate this discussion. It becomes tougher, it becomes harder when the lady is the one initiating the discussion. But let's just engage ladies on how to initiate this discussion. As a lady, you do not need to ask very direct questions. You may not ask this man, how much do you earn? How much is your salary? How much are your allowances and such like? You may not be taken lightly, especially depending on how deep you have been in this relationship. So you need to approach it in a bit of generalistic view, like asking this person, what are your approaches to budgeting? What are your approaches to investments? At least when it is asked in a bit of generalistic or futuristic way, this man will understand you. But if you ask very specific, probably this man may think you are targeting them because of their money, especially if they are making quite a lot of money, their business is doing well, or they are earn higher salaries it is possible for them to think that you are in their life for their money. So approach it in a generalistic and futuristic way, investments, budgeting, and ask as if it is us. What would you think? How would you want us to invest our money? How would you want us to learn more about financial literacy, budgeting, and financial management? That's how I'd approach it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that you've said that people should discuss matters finances at the point of commitment.
Yes.
Right? If maybe you even ask those leading questions and the person becomes a bit defensive or dismissive as well,
Yeah.
should we consider that a red flag? In as much as you're already in the commitment stage.
Yeah, I believe it should already be a red flag, especially if the question is coming from whether it is a man leading the discussion and the lady becomes defensive. That is a sign that she is not going to be very committed in terms of engaging on these matters, or probably she is not ready. And I believe at the point of commitment, everyone should be ready to disclose deeper issues. We are not saying you disclose everything as if you are married, but at least the planning, the future planning of how you'll handle this money, budgeting, and such like related discussions. No one should really become defensive or evasive, because that will be a sign that you are non-committal on deeper issues. So I believe no one should show defensive mechanisms when it comes to such questions. For the ladies, if you engage your man and is dismissive, again, that is also a red flag. So it is something that both of you should be ready to open up and discuss. And it is not the details of the numbers of how you earn. It is the planning. It is the future planning of budgeting, expenditure, investments, and such like discussions.
Okay. I want to digress a little bit, but still on matters finances.
Yes.
Let's assume a lady is earning more and getting married to a man without a stable income. Maybe he has an income, but it's not as stable as the lady's.
Yeah.
What's your take on such an issue?
Yeah. It's very important to understand that situations happen, and I believe that, let me talk about men, because ladies are very concerned about men who are broke. Let me use the word broke. I usually say there are two ways a man can be broke. There is one that is temporal, but the next one is mental. And I usually tell ladies, do not date a man who is broke mentally. And I'll be explaining that in a bit.
Okay.
But you can date a man who is broke temporarily. When you are broke temporarily, it means that is just situational. Maybe you have lost a job, maybe your business has gone down, maybe you have been conned, maybe you have been auctioned. Things happen. And I believe that is temporal, because that's where even the Bible says, a righteous man falls 7 times, but the Lord restores him again. Temporal brokenness means this man has fallen down financially, but he's not sleeping down.
Yeah.
There's a difference between falling and lying, deciding to lie down. So I believe when a man is broke temporarily, it means he has lost a source of income, but he is doing something. He's working out something. He has a drive. The point here is a drive, mental drive. But do not date a man who is broke mentally. This man who is broke mentally, it means that he has given up. He has no drive. He's not trying. He's not working hard. He's sleeping all day. He's just lying on the couch. He's watching the television, or just going drinking around, pretending that he's stressed up, or in real sense, he could be stressed up. I advise all my young sisters, do not get married to a man who is broke mentally, because he is going to break you into pieces. So, as a lady, if you see a man who is broke temporarily, that means, now to answer the question specifically, if he is working hard, he's trying out, he has a vision, he has a drive, he's doing something, whether you earn more than him, that is a man you can go for. Because you can see this being broke is temporal. He's not stuck there. He has not given up. He may have fallen down, but he's not lying down. He may be down, but he's not given up.
Okay.
But the moment you realize that a man has become broke mentally, then that is a red flag. Do not get married to that man. Do not even commit. Do not even go to covenant with this man, because you will be broken into pieces. And probably these are some of the men that are targeting ladies who are earning more so that they rely on them.
Okay.
We have these so-called Ben 10s that are targeting women who have money. Be careful with such a man, because he's broke mentally. He's lazy, he has no drive, he has no vision. So that means he's broke mentally. But if you see a young man who is working, trying something, has a drive, that is a man to go for, whether you are earning more than himself or not. Because as a lady, again, let me also talk to the ladies, if you earn more, also how you treat this man. If you find a man who is broke temporarily, and you want to commit to him, you want to get into covenant with him in marriage, how you also deal with him in terms of engaging him, encouraging him, that also matters, because you don't want to bring him down. You know, you can easily break him down with your words. You see he's trying, and probably things may not work out as fast as you would love. So your words will affect him so much. If you discourage him, you tell him you're not trying as much as I would expect, then you may easily break him. But as long as you can see he has a vision and he has a drive, yours is to affirm him, to encourage him, and even give your advice where possible. Depending on how you have seen the vision and the drive and whatever he's trying, wisely and carefully, if you are to support him a little bit, do not invest too much if you have not gotten into covenant. Covenant means you are married. If you are married, you can support financially. There's no problem, because this is your man. You are building a future together. But at the point of commitment, if you are to give anything, do not invest too much, because as long as you have not gotten married, it means still you can break up. There is a possibility. Invest wisely. If you are to invest, give what you can lose as a lady. Just give out as if you are giving to your brother, to a friend. Do not invest too much. Then in case the relationship doesn't work, you end up regretting and saying and calling that man names. So that's how I would approach it.
So if I get you right, we will equate a man who is, you've called it mentally broke. We will call a man who is mentally broke a man without a vision.
Yes.
Okay.
A man without a vision, a man without a drive, a man who is just there waiting to be supported by a working wife or a working girlfriend.
Okay. In these terms, because we are at the commitment stage, we will say the working girlfriend.
Yes.
Okay. That's all for today.
Thank you. You're welcome.